Alrighty, hello, Dan Dazzle. Thank you. A friend of mine made the. I took all the screenshots. A friend of mine put them all together. Another friend of mine made the music. So it was a collaboration. I like my fancy new border. I'm probably not going to keep it, but I found it, so I was like, hey, at least I'll try it. Um, so today we're going to be doing some work on pre-made modules. So you can buy these things anywhere from for free up to, I think the highest, most expensive one I've seen is 60, 70 bucks. You can get them on DM's Guild. You can also get them on the Fantasy Ground store. Uh, and what it is these pre-made modules, similar to these books and things that you can get, uh, stuff like this. For this is one that obviously is Starfinder, but they have ones for D&D the, and then you also have a lot of fan-made stuff, and they're made to be opened, imported into Fantasy Grounds, and then you can just run with them with minimal work from the dungeon master, unlike some of my homebrew stuff where I have to make up everything. So what I'm doing is I have one called the Jaded Bear, um, and what I did is I read through some of his stuff, and then took some of these things already, deleted them, typed in my own stuff. Um, so this is what the map looks like, and this is what the DM's map looks like. So we have this black and white map. Now, the nice thing is, I personally would come in, unlock it, fix the grid so it's not quite as bright. Turn that down. There you go. And this is pretty much done. You click the links, and you can then, so if when there's an encounter or a parcel, you just open it up. You can slap it into your combat sheet. If it's an encounter, which I believe this one, yeah, this one has an encounter. You just click the down arrow, it adds it to the combat tracker, puts them on the map automatically. So you can just go like this. Right here on the down arrow, it says add encounter to combat tracker. And there you go, there's your bugbear. There he is on the map. And you're good. You don't have to really have anything to do. Just read. It even has things to say to the players right here. Boom. Everything is there. Um, but go ahead and delete that. I personally want to add my own stuff to it. I don't really care for the black and white map by itself. Um, so as I have time, I'm going to try to fix these things up, make them look a little bit better. Um, but the first thing I want to do is make sure that the encounters are of decent quality for my particular group. This is supposed to be for a, if you come here to, it's supposed to be between 90 and 190 minutes to 2 hours, and it is supposed to be for CR9. So everything in here should be set up for those type of, for that level. And so as I look, here's all the different areas set up. So what I'm going to do is just going to take a look at each individual one, open it up, see what the encounter is, see what it does, uh, see if I want to tweak it, and then move on to the next one. And then if I have time, I can mess with the map and try to make it better by adding, cliffs, color to the places that don't have color already, things like that. Uh, like this track, there I have some cool tracks I can put in there from our stuff, so I can do all those things to it and make it look pretty cool. But before I go down that rabbit hole, I want to check out the encounters. So the beginning of this is that this bugbear chieftain was found a map. He attacked his caravan, and on the caravan there was a map to this jaded bear. I mean the what do they call it? Jade cave of jade. What do they call it? Let's see. A jade mine. So simple as that. Jade mine. All right. So and I changed it to South of the Grass Enclave. So he packed up his band, came instead of going to Chult, he came to north of Nashkel. Carry he and his bugbears to the coastline north of Nashkel. Then they trekked deep into the. Then they trekked along the mountains in search of the mine. Okay. They found it mostly flooded, rendering it useless to them. Until they met the Aarakocra and druids who lived nearby. So he has captured 3 of the Aarakocras from the Meadow Nest. Meadow Nest is the name of the Aarakocra enclave. I mean, not enclave, but the Aarakocra group that I have. And I named them Squaith, Karaki, and Ewa, and a hunting party of 4 from the Grasslands Enclave. Mahog, a human, Holdif, or Haldife, I haven't decided how to pronounce it yet, half-elf, Natita, also half-elf, and Area, a human. So if we take Natita and Haldife, put them together, they make one full elf, because they're each half-elves. Hello, Mr. Atomic. Howdy, howdy. We're taking a look at pre-made and pre-written stories, and then how do we tweak them to fit our story. So I changed all that. I found names for them using the fantasy name generator.com, and so now we've got the map. So it says the uppermost tunnel on the map crosses over the exposed yet submerged. There you go. Boom, boom. So recently established clearing, freshly trampled trees and shrubbery. These are the entrance to the mine. 2, T-shaped structures fashioned from a log and timber stand near the entrance to the mine, one of which has a carapace-covered creature tied to it. The creature's limp head dangles to its chest. So this is actually a feathered. One of which has a, we're just going to say, an Aarakocra tied to it. Creature's limp head dangles to his chest. 2 beastly-looking humanoids, their fur matted with dirt and sweat, drag another creature from the cave. So we have a total of 7 captives. I think for now I'm going to have them both be Aarakocra first, and have the druids. You could do an Aarakocra and a druid, so they know both people have been captured. We don't know who has who they talked to at this point, who they reached. So, but for now, we're just going to make them Aarakocra. Another Aarakocra. And you're asking, hey Sven, what the hell is an Aarakocra? Sounds like you're some southern dish. Well, it is not something you deep fry. Aarakocra are bird people. This is a terrible picture of an Aarakocra, but that's what they have. Let's see. I don't really like any of these, but this one is a good one. So, we're going to use this one actually. I'm going to go ahead and put it right here so they have a picture. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to say unlock it. We're going to change it to captive, and then we make it unidentified. So what happens is when I share this, all they'll see is the word captive when they look at this. We're going to drop it down here. Bink, there it is, captive. So now when they come up to here, they'll see this. Approaching the mine isn't here, so let's go ahead and put two beastly-looking humanoids, their fur matted with dirt and sweat, drag another Aarakocra from the cave. They place it on the empty T, bind its hands to the timbers, and leave it. One fur-matted beast looks over its shoulder and says, "Let this be a lesson to you, Birdman, before returning to the mine." All right, so the newly bound Aarakocra is, so we're going to pick one of the 4 we have here. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to make it random. 2. So Caraki. Karaki. Karaki? Gotta make it like a bird would say it. Being punished. Not sure why this is all bold, so we'll go ahead and remove this. Control B. Boom. He's being punished for being a disobedient worker. He spoke up against the bugbears, stating that he and the other workers required more rest and food. Okay, so this is the second one that just came out. What about the first one? He also insists on helping rescue the other one, but reveals the creature is too exhausted to help the party. Okay. The other. Of course, I had to pick one of the most difficult races, Aarakocra, to spell and type. I couldn't just pick something like an orc, which is just ORC, but yeah. See, to me, this just looks like a bird with a little hand. One little hand. That doesn't really represent a bird man to me, but hey, they know what Aarakocras look like, so this will work for now. Anywho, so the other one is already exhausted, and so we're going to see who he is. We're going to say odd. It is the first one. Squaith. All right. Squaith? Squaith? See, you got to do it like a bird would. Squaith? I've spoken to Karaki. Relays the information. He also insists on helping rescue the other Aarakocra. Squaith? But a successful wisdom check reveals the creature is too exhausted to help the party. Karaki? And all the other captives suffer from 2 levels of exhaustion. If he accompanies the party, they find him trailing them as he is too tired to keep up. Also, he may fail stealth checks which give away their position in the mine. And we'll change this one. Karakai? Key? Alright. Knows the way through the flooded section, but he has not been to the uppermost tunnel. He only knows it crosses and then overlooks the end of the flooded tunnel. There are 5 other prisoners. Some of them are human. 2 gates, one metal and one wooden, keep them from trying to escape. The captives are tired and hungry. 5 bugbears have been pushing them hard to mine jade from the flooded sections. If one bugbear is larger, the other call him Grotog. One of the other bugbears swims very well. Okay. And now this one is Squaith. The Aarakocra with an angry head is an elder named. See, why do you have to repeat the language? You don't. It's an elder named Squaith. Alright, well, I don't know how long that's been like that, guys. Sorry. What the heck? Which one of my many? Let's see. Which one of my many hotkeys this is? No. Okay, well. Nope. Alright, well, hopefully it hasn't been too long. I don't know what hotkey I'm using to switch to my Be Right Back screen. Anyway, alright, so the guard's a bugbear. Okay. I want to check something real quick. Let me make sure before I get too far into this that what I'm remembering is correct. Alright, so this is called looking up the story to make sure that the one I downloaded is the right one. Let's see. Never mind, this one's not sure where this came from, so let's see. Alright, I'm looking to see if this is the right one. This might even be the wrong group. Let me see, area 6. Let me go to, here we go, area 4. What's the CR of the encounter? CR5. Alright, so what I have to do then was +1 morning star, very nice. Alright, so we're going to have to boost up these encounters. Looks like I may have grabbed the wrong one, but that's alright, we can make this work. So the first thing that's happening is this, so we've got this guard out in the front. Reinforcements, the other bugbears are in the mine, do not hear the bugbears yell. Alright, so what we're going to do then, another bugbear returns from the mine, opens the squeaky gate in 30 minutes, okay. So if they take a long rest, which is an hour, then it works. Hey, thank you, Tomic. Yeah, I didn't realize, I have hotkeys. I'm using OBS to stream, and so I have different hotkeys for when my family comes in and stuff, or if my dog starts barking crazy. I've long since forgotten what those hotkeys are, but they exist, and every once in a while I'll hit one by accident without, because I don't remember what they are. And if I'm not paying attention, I don't realize that I'm gone for a long time. Anywho, all right, so let's go ahead. One thing I do know, I looked up NPCs when I grabbed this, and I have a lot of choices for bugbears. Bugbears. Now, you're also asking, I'm sure. Okay, I thought I did. Oh, wait, and it's not plural. Dumbass. There we go. See, these are all my bugbears. So let's go to images. Because you guys are saying, hey, what the hell is a bugbear? Well, here are some bugbears. much more bear than bug. So they are part of the goblin family. You start off with the little green guys, the goblins. Then you have these hobgoblins, which are much taller, thicker, meaner looking guys. And then you have these bugbears. And bugbears, the hobgoblins are are pretty intelligent. Bugbears are just strength and anger. All right, so for some reason, and a bugbear skeleton. Okay, that does not look like a bugbear skeleton. Just saying. Anywho, um, also the ghosts on Pac-Man. Okay. Yes. Yep. So, um, so here's and a bugbear zombie. Let's see. Do we have we don't have any pictures of that. Boo! I don't like it. Um, so bugbear skeleton is only a challenge 1 though. All right. So we have all these bugbear options that are higher level than just the wusses that came with it. Um, so those, and by the way, so I know it didn't really seem like I finished my thought, but I did. The goblinoids family are your goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears. So, um, and you'll usually have your hobgoblins who are like the leaders, and then you have a couple of bugbears who who, depending on how many hobgoblins are around, it's either the hobgoblin or the bugbear who's the leader because bugbears are stronger and meaner, but like I said, the hobgoblins are smarter, and you have all the little minion goblins running around. Um, and within all of those, though, there are lots of different iterations of bugbears. We can see here all the different types of bugbears that I have listed here. Bruisers, bugbear chiefs, thieves, huntmasters, bugbear kings, a priest. So we will start off with a couple Acme bugbears out front. We're going to put 3 of them out there instead of just 1. So is that what this is? Yeah, so he's going to be here. So we're just going to make it. We'll leave, we'll open this up, change this to 2 bugbears. And then we're going to add one more big boy, like a bruiser. What level? That's the images, wrong one. Want to go to our NPCs. Here we go. And see what level our bruiser is. He's a 4. There you go, that's better. Trying to move this out of the way here. We'll minimize it. Poof, there we go. That makes it just a little symbol. All right, so we'll take our bruiser, add it to our encounter. Boom. So the first thing I do is I go to my tokens, which are in my assets tokens. Type in bugbear. And there we go. So we're going to start with just going to make them all the same. Well, I guess I'll make this guy, I'm going to turn him off. There we go. Boom. I'll make him a little bit bigger. Boom. And we're going to make this guy a bigger bugbear. Bigger. Bugbear. All right, so click, close it. So those are the ones we're using. Click, click. We're going to go ahead and use this one because this is the one they've seen all the time. So they're just going to worry and just going to say, oh, hey, there's a bugbear. And then as we get deeper and deeper into the mine and then we run into more and more of these, then we're going to start changing it and adding different pictures. So we're going to drag this picture over to our map. So there's a bugbear in case they run across him. So the odds are, if they're careful, they can get the Birdman away without being really sneaky, without letting anybody know they're there. But the odds are they're going to be seen. So we're going to go ahead and throw this guy in a tent. This guy sort of on watch. And this guy down here in this tent. It's intense, I know. See what I did there? See what I did there? Okay. All right, and then we'll open this up. We go switch. It is now CR5. Our people are just going to walk through these three bugbears, no problem. It's not going to be a challenge at all. All right, so that time was legitimate because I had some wife aggro. Um, I do know how to edit it, so when I upload it to YouTube, hopefully you guys are, yay, Atomic's still here. Yeah, this time it was not me. I mean, it was on purpose. All right, so we've got our 3 bugbears set up here, ready to go um, for when they come in. So let's get back to our story. Here's the story of our 3 bugbears. All right, boink, boink, boink. So we come in down here. Okay. We talked about the 5 other prisoners. Okay, so here it is. So the guard is a bugbear. In addition to its standard equipment, it carries 15 gold. If not, if encountered outside the mine or the mine entrance, the adventurers find the guard in Area 1. Yeah, we already talked about that. The other bugbears are deep in the mine, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so far so good. We are ready to rock and roll. Just changing Aldani to Aarakocra. Alright, so the squeaky gate looks like this part right here. If an Aldani guide, okay, again, what's with the Aarakocra guide? If it recognizes and knows both the men bound to the stakes. What? Okay, hold on a second here. Again, these guys are being weird. The gate to the mine is locked. Time and humidity have caused the hinges to rust and give the gate a horrendous squeak if it's opened. There's only an issue if the adventurers attempt to sneak past the lone guard at the camp, in which case the gate is opened without applying some lubricant. Then the bugbear hears the squeak, looks at the gate, and attacks. Okay, so again, it's not H-E-R-E apostrophe S, dumbass. It's A-R-S. In this case, it doesn't matter because there's 3 of them, and they aren't going to sneak by all 3. Okay. So if an Aarakocra guide, so never mind. This whole thing, it doesn't apply to my people. So in the original story, the people who asked them to go rescue their friends, one of them may have come with them to show them where it was. So we don't have to worry about that. So the mine entrance is right here. A small cave-like area acts as a campsite for the bugbears. And that's how you unlock the gate. We don't care. All right, so now it takes us to Area 1. As a party, 3 tents and a lone bedroll nestled at the end of a small tunnel circle a smoldering fire. One tent, which is with its purple and orange colored panels, appears to belong to a noble, while the other 2 look like basic tents. The bedroll is neatly made. And then we've got the 3 bugbears. Here's the parcel. Each of the tents contain a bedroll and an explorer's pack. In addition, character passing a investigation check finds 23 gold of mixed coin. So the parcels has 23 gold. Okay, you should also have the 15 gold that the guy is carrying. So that we're going to open this up and change it to 38 gold. it just says contains a bedroll and an explorer's pack. So I'm not sure why they didn't put this in the parcel, but we can do that. So you go to your items, you type in bedroll, boom, you type in tent just in case. Here's a 2-person tent, boof. And then an explorer's pack, boof. There we go. So now we have our parcel. I like to link it, so I'm going to throw it out here. I like to link it, link it. I like to link it, link it. So now I can just go click on that, boom, and I'm going to call it parcel because that's what it is. Parcel. So now when I hover the cursor over it, it says parcel. And when I hover the cursor over this, this is the encounter. So we will properly name this one Bugbear Camp Encounter. And this is the picture of the bugbear. Okay. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. All right, so we're all set. We're ready to go. We've got our stuff here. And then the noble's tent is here. And this is all just flavor. Nothing. It's a feather bed with netting. Thieves tool can open a chest. Chest holds a chunk of jade. Leather pouch containing platinum. 2 potions of healing. Iron key can be used to open a mine. Okay. And a map, huh? And it displays a route to the mine from Nashkel. Again, we're just tweaking this to fit where my story is. Okay. Three medium sacks containing a rough and uncut jade stones of various sizes. Each bag has a value of 200 gold. So here's our thing. We've got chunks of jade, iron keys, potions of healing, 3 sacks of uncut jade stones. Nice. 25 platinum. All right, so this one was done right. Awesome. Okay. So again, I'll change the name to parcel. And we're going to put this on down here, just below the tent. So presuming I have time to go back through and tweak the map, I'm going to make sure I'll add a fire with little wavy flames. I'll add a special tent and then 2 other tents and a bedroll. So I'll have all that stuff there. The Iron Gate. All right, so I'm just going to look at this last area here, and I'm going to mess with the map a little bit. A locked, rusty iron gate impedes further access to the mine. I do want to see if there's line of sight on this. There is no line of sight, so that's really easy to fix. Well, we will do that next. Past the gate, a pool of water with a thin, rocky island spans a 30-foot and then ends in a dry tunnel. All right, so they have. I'm sure by that point they will have the key, because like I said, they're not going to be sneaking past. They'll just be, and so they'll be have already fought the goblins, searched the tents, found the key. So they tried to fill it with gravel, but didn't work. And so it goes into details about how to move to the gravel, which is in the middle. It's 8 feet deep. You can swim. All right, let's see. From the pool, the tunnel ascends, goes up higher several feet, and you got a makeshift gate. All right, so there's another gate. All right, so you have 2 gates. Why do we have 2 gates? That doesn't make any sense. Voices echo from deeper within the mind. Get to work. Work faster. Again, see? So what you do, voices echo from deeper within the mind. That's it. So you click that. So they say that's what the characters see. But then you go like this. Control 3. Get to work and work faster. I'm probably going to separate these out a little bit. And then what I do is I go right click, assign a speaker, deep, voice, get to work. Higher pitched voice. Oh, so we're gonna go do what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it like the cartoons where you have the main guy and his little sidekick. So we assign speaker again. Get to work. Yeah. Work faster. I'm gonna have him say, you heard him. Work faster. There you go. So got to. So now what you do is you do this. Boom, from the pool. Once they figure out what they're doing from as they approach up to the gate, they then hear voices echo from deeper within the mind. And it shows up as a quote. Get to work. Yeah, you heard him. Work faster. Boom. See? So that's my friend. That's how you do it. All right. So then it talks about how to open the gate. That's fine. And it talks about the next area 5, which is where? Is it here? Go to play mode. Area 6 is a secret treasure. Area 5 is over here, and Area 4 is over here. Okay. So we've got it all taken care of up to here. So what we need to do now is to look at our map, and the time we have left, we're going to add a line of sight. Line of sight is pretty easy to do. You just click on line of sight, and go to line. Now you want to go in a little bit so they can see the fact that it starts something. We're going to go here. And then we just draw, and it's does not have to be perfect. You can make it as perfect as you want. So you can zoom in and be closer and make it a lot more points. But for me, I'm not real worried about it. This is just what they can see and how far back they can see. I'm going to be, in a perfect world, I'm going to be making all these rocks anyway. So it'll look like caves and stuff instead of just the black and white stuff. If you click on the actual mouse wheel, click on it, you can move your map around without doing anything else. I do like to, if I have the time and the umption to do so, I like to click my points on the grid. I've found that that works a little bit better. So where the grid points meet. Slowing down a little bit because we have these weird little setup here. You can also drag and click, but it has a tendency to put a lot more points. So I try not to do that when I can. Click, escape, stop, click to start again. Now we zoom back out. Again, click the mouse wheel itself to maybe, come on. And if you make a mistake, you just hit Control Z. All right, and just like this, we are almost done. So this is going to be a terrain, so we'll worry about the rebar in just a moment. I'm gonna finish going around the outside first. Dang it, Jim. There we go. Looking pretty decent overall. The other thing you can do is go down to the point here and move that over. either way, you'll find that in Fantasy Grounds there are several ways to do almost anything. There's usually more than one way to do it. And every person has their own favorite way of doing different things, just like life and most things. Everyone is convinced their way is the best way. Me, not so much. I am open to learning what other people do and seeing if it's better than what I do. All right, so just so you can see, you're like, what in the world are you doing, man? This makes no sense. Well, you make no sense. Here we go. We go to, oops, escape. Go to play mode. We go to turn on line of sight. Bink. Bring in our dude. Boom. See? So there is our map. With our little dude as he walks around. Hey man, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, so you can see here there's a little mistake. That was where it, my mouse was doing weird stuff. So you come here, you zoom in so you can see what you're doing. You go to select, you got the line of sight, you click on this, and you just move it over. There you go. And now that won't happen. Okay, so now we finish up with the inside. We can actually go to play, turn off line of sight, back to our line of sight, and now we do the inside over here. It is still a wall. Click. Escape to finish. And now we should be able to set up terrain. Not T-R-A-I-N, but T-E-R-R-A-I-N. Terrain. By doing this. Terrain, like it says. We can also do the gates. I'm going to go ahead and make the gate like a window. A window. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow, so we're going to make it a rectangle. Oops, escape. So by doing it there, boom, and here, boom, it will allow people to see through it, but not pass through it until it's open. Illusionary wall, pits, terrain, okay. So now for the terrain, so what this will do is it will allow you to walk along here. Well, let's see, this is actually like, this is gonna go underneath. I'm trying to picture in my head what's happening and what you would be able to see from where. So if you're under the water here, you wouldn't be able to see this at all. So what we need to do is we need to make this a terrain. And we're going to go, do you want to do a line or a box? We'll do a line. So we're going to sort of follow the red that we already have. And let's see if this works. Again, this isn't vitally important to the life of mankind as we know it today. However, if it works like I want it to, then we will be good to go. Okay, escape. So what should happen, let's go back to our play mode, go back to our line of sight. There we go. So as he walks up here, Sees that this is closed, so you can't see beyond it. Okay. And then if he's here, he can't see beyond it. If he's in it, he can see everything. Okay, good. Now if he's below it, he can still see it though. So let's go ahead and make another terrain. Line of sight. Got a terrain. And we're just going to do this. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to make it right there. Oh, sure. Helps if I actually draw it. Okay. Boom. And we'll make the other one over here. Boom. So if I am correct, let's see. Play. There we go. See, so he is walking along. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. He cannot see, so we'll turn this off. Turn it off. There we go. So he can't see because he's underwater. He goes over here, and he can't see over here either. Perfect. But if he's up here, he can see just fine. There we go. And that, my friends, is how you do the line of sight for something like this. All right, let's go back to our line of sight. Line of sight, baby. Bring you up. Zoom in. We go to click. Yep. This one needs to go up. We zoom in so we can see what we're doing. This guy. There we go. Play. There we go. See, now we can't see. And now you can't see. Perfect. Okay. So that's our line of sight. We are all set up and ready to go. Go back to play mode. Then we can go back to turn off line of sight. Boom. Okay, so the characters will never see all this empty white space, the players. So we don't have to worry about all of that empty white space. We don't care. We're going to go ahead and make some dirt. Some dirt. Let's see. How do we do this? We can do it as a layer. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give this some thought. I know I've got the tracks. I know how to add the stuff to it. I'm just trying to remember the best way to add without overwriting the blues that are already there, because the blues are pretty cool. Calling it a night. Have a good one, Atomic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and add a water effect to this right here. That's easy enough. We're going to go to Effects. We go to Add Effect. We go to Ocean. And then we go to Enable Mask. Reveal area. So everywhere that we click will now show the water effect. So we're going to go just on inside. I believe it is Alt. Yes, so Alt lets you just draw. We want to give it lots of empty we don't want to go right up along the line. Again, you can zoom in as close as you want. So there you go. So you get you some water. Get you some water. We're still in the same mask, so we're just doing the same thing. Alt. And we're just adding some water effects. Messed up a little bit there, but that's okay. And the cool thing is we can just simply add to what we've already done. So I don't have to worry about moving the map right now. See, boom. We just slide this over. Oh, it's only got a little bit left anyway. There we go. So it gives a little bit of a replay effect. So we're going to go ahead and add a big, oops, wrong direction. Add some chunks here. Chunky, chunky. And then you go to hide area and you go again with the Alt. There we go. So that's water. We can add swirlies. You can do a bunch of other stuff, and I might do that. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it. So we've got our water. There you go, folks. All right, so I'm going to call it. It's right about an hour once I chop out those couple of spots that I had there. But thanks for hanging out. If you want to see other D&D live play Wednesday nights, I start at 6:30, stop at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, UTC-8, then start again from 10 to midnight. 2 different campaigns, lots of fun. And then if you want to see Starfinder, Sunday nights, stop by and check that out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.